Good morning, everyone. StrafeCal. We are playing some more This Way Madness Lies, a JRPG from Zeboyd Games. Brand new. It's actually going to be coming out on November 10th, and it is about magical girls and Shakespeare. A wacky combination that only Zeboyd could make enjoyable. So, we had just wrapped up the second chapter, and we're about ready to head into probably another little section of more dialogue-heavy section. So let's see what our party members have to say. Oh, they're talking about the Tempest, obviously, deciding what play to do next. Tempest is one of my favorites, and it's interesting enough that it'll ward off any more potential coups in their ranks. Hey, have you ever played tennis? We should really all get to play together and play sometimes. If you're just joining, she is the one who likes sports. This is shocking. But isn't the point system really hard to understand? No, it just goes love, 15, 30, 40, game. An occasional crudely drawn picture of a duck. Simple. I still think 1, 2, 3, 4 would be easier. These doppelgangers from the other worlds, are they friends? Are they foes? What do you think? I think they're friends. They seem like they're on our side, but I'm still a little wary. Hey, earlier, I stuck something in Bee's bag. That'll teach you to make fun of my manga. Beatrice is... Which one's Beatrice? That's... yeah. Hey, what's with this grocery sack of acorns in my bag? Isn't even clever, Miranda. It's just weird. I agree. Miranda is just weird. I am really hoping that we get to actually pick our characters on the next section, because I don't want to bring Miranda with me. Good job, everyone. This is going to be the best play ever. Now let's take a break for now. So we have a 3-day weekend this week. Anyone have plans? Let's go camping. There's some great spots nearby. Ghost stories! You'll never sleep again after you heard my stories. And s'mores! Sounds fun. Okay, so we're gonna go get supplies. If we split up the list, we can be done in no time. I'm gonna eat all the free samples. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, wait. Fine, we'll do it without them. Imogen and Rosalind, could you be in charge of the snacks and desserts? Beatrice, Miranda, and I will take care of dinner. Okay. Think this will be enough soda? Better grab a few more. Here, have a free cookie. No thanks, I'm full from lunch. I must insist. Take a cookie. Seriously, I don't want one. Take it now or else! This isn't right. Want to do this the easy way, but have it your way. Transformation. Okay, we get our magical girl sequence. Okay, and these are Grow E. coli. This veggie is not good for you. And they are weak to fire, which is unfortunate for them. Okay, so I think we're gonna go Tiara Toss right off the bat, just blast them. Raging Fire. Hit the front row. Unite Inferno, take out the back row, or take out the front row again, and then we'll hit them with an Earth attack because she gets a boost on Earth. And we get a level up. Imogen gets a boost on her Scepter Smash, very cool. And Rosalind learned Madness. You're still okay? Miranda and Viola passed out on the floor. along with all the other shoppers and employees. The monster must be draining their energy. Of your energy as well. Oh, okay. Round 2, and we get a full party this time. I'm okay with that. So, right off the bat. Okay, this is the confectioner. 1 part sugar, 100 parts melatonin, sleep and enjoy. Okay, we're going to poison him. I think we go power up. Let's go Raging Fire on that front row again. Let's go Poison Bane. Does extra damage because he was poisoned. Let's just toss out some AoE here. Right now, just trying to eliminate several of them. Let's go for a stun. Doesn't look like it worked, unfortunately. But we are at high enough charge now that I think an Inferno is going to cover the rest. There we go. Oh, whoa, what happened? I was eating the yummiest cookie and then nothing. Never knew you could get food poisoning so quickly. Actually, what happened is, I miss kicking monster butt. That bites. The cookies were very good, though. Thank you so much for saving us. Okay, you're right, this is a great spot. Thought there'd be more people up here with the holiday. Last one at the lake's a rotten egg. Hey, wait, we still have to set up the tent. S'mores were absolutely delicious. My marshmallows keep blowing up. That's because you leave them in the fire too long. I like them crunchy. It's getting late. Time to call it a day? We haven't told any ghost stories yet. We have to. I don't want nightmares tonight. It's a rite of passage. You have to have ghost stories at a campout. That's the rule. I have the greatest ghoulie ghost stories book right here, ready to share with the group. I had a friend at volleyball camp who told me the freakiest story. She swore it's all true, too. Or I could tell a ghost story. It'll be really good. Thought you didn't like ghost stories. Just I don't like them doesn't mean I can't tell them. That's fair. Begins with a kingly death, an ordinary thing, or maybe not. Soon after the king died, a ghost started roaming the halls of the castle. A ghost that looked just like the king. The friends of the king's son told him about the ghost, so one night he set out to see the ghost for himself. And find the ghost he did. The ghost of the king then told him that his death was no mere accident. Nay, he was killed by his brother. And it was up to the dead king's son to avenge his father. This is just Hamlet, right? What's wrong with that? And it's an amazing ghost story. We've heard enough. Next. Ooh, me. It's my turn. There's this graveyard that's super scary. I'm talking so scary. And this one teenager dared another to go alone in the cemetery at night. And the teenager went into the graveyard, and to prove that she had been there, she was supposed to stick a knife in the ground. So she stuck the knife in the ground, and then she couldn't move, and a hand grabbed her from the grave. Then a guy with the hook hand killed her. What guy with the hook hand? When her friend showed up the next day, it turned out that she had stuck the knife in her own shoe and died of fright. Didn't you just say the hook hand killed her? She thought that, but actually she just died because it was totally scary. This is the worst. Got a good one, if you dare. Can't be worse than what we've heard so far. So I heard this one from a friend of mine from China. There was a tour bus heading to Jiangshan. A young man got on at midnight along with an old woman. There were a few people already on the bus, all dressed in old-fashioned traditional clothing. The young man got a weird feeling about the other passengers, but he kept it to himself. Then suddenly, the old woman started to yell that the young man had stolen her wallet. She forced the bus driver to stop and let them off so she could drag the young man off to the police. The young man protested that he had done nothing wrong, but then the woman told him to look closely at the feet of the other passengers. Specifically, their absence of feet. The old woman explained that the bus was full of the undead seeking to feed on unwary passengers. They both exited the bus and stood on the side of the road as it drove away. The young man thanked her. Then the old woman grinned an unearthly grin. She was one of them. She just wanted the young man all to herself. The next day, the police found the corpse of the young man, drained of all fluids. Nearby, they found an abandoned bus with skeletons and a gas tank full of blood. Yikes. Sweet dreams. Okay. Thought I saw the old lady from Beatrice's story in my room last night, but it turned out it was just my curtains, and I transformed for nothing. Next time I want to choose the entertainment. You see the championship last night? No, I didn't. Oh, okay. I'll tell you all about it. Oh, why doesn't this game have a runaway command? I was wondering that earlier. I love the fact that it keeps referencing itself in that way. And the fuses have to ignite even if they're wet. Hey, what are you up to? Just prepping for the play. Okay, stage will light up, all eyes will be on me, it's gonna be great. Do you know that Miranda gets relatively little stage time? You've got as much star power as I do, a little goes a long way. Aren't hold lists annoying? I'm 5th in line for the book I have to read for social studies. Why didn't they just buy enough for the whole class? First, that expensive frozen treat machine they wasted all the school budget on. Hey, don't say anything you're gonna regret later. Right, I could never stay mad at you, Sorbot. Okay, let's go ahead and save. I don't think we had anything else new. Oh, no, we did. We had Madness. Reverses resistances. Okay. Okay, class, your teacher, Mrs. Lofgren, is stuck at home because her keys have been stolen in a llama home invasion. I, the amazing Mr. Barkin, will be taking over the class until she can convince the llama to return her keys. You're probably wondering what a computer science teacher knows about Shakespeare. There's no more faith in thee than in the stewed prune. Rest assured that I was once a thespian extraordinaire, and I have been in many of the bard's greatest plays. In fact, the play that you're studying, Macbeth, I played the third witch, who was an all-boys school. And that leads me to my first question. What prediction about Macbeth do the witches make? You there, Miranda, will you share your great knowledge with the class? Didn't they predict he would become king? What a delightfully lucky guess. You know, I saw Peter O'Toole as Macbeth in a production of The Old Vic in 1980. He was sublime. The way he captured the audience's attention. How long is he going to go on like this? Oh yes, of course, next question. When the women predict that none of woman born can kill him, what does Macbeth think that they mean? He thinks that it means that he's immortal, but he's not. What? Okay. I disagree with that one. Because the whole point is he thinks that nobody can kill him. I suppose that's fair, that no man can kill him. But he basically thinks that he's not going to be able to be killed, which means we're mincing words. It doesn't matter that much. Also, I'm not looking things up on the internet because I'm talking to you, lovely viewers. Oh god, the pet actually does keep coming back. Hi there, little goldfish. Must be nice not to have any responsibilities, just swimming around all day. You're getting really big. I'll get you a bigger bowl next time at the store. Almost time for tonight's performance. I'd better get going. The boatswain, have care. Where's the master? Play them in. I pray now, keep below. Where is the master, boatswain? I asked you a question, peasant. Do you not hear him? You mar our labor, keep your cabins. You do assist the storm. A little busy here, trying to keep everyone from drowning. Go bug somebody else. Nay, good patient. Nay, good. Be patient. When the sea is, hence. What cares these roars for the name of king? To cabin. Silence. Trouble us not. Sea is fine with drowning us all, no matter how important you think you are. Good. Yet remember whom thou hast aboard. None that I more love than myself. You are a counselor if you can command these elements to silence. And work the peace of the present. We will not hand a rope more. Use your authority. You cannot give thanks you have lived so long. Make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischief of the hour, if it so hap. Cheerly, good hearts. Out of our way, I say. Okay. Cue the waves. Students are pouring buckets of water onto the stage. And the explosion. Wait, explosion. We didn't discuss this. The stage is now on fire. Rosalind, now the audience is wet. I may have overdone things. You think? Can't believe people actually stayed on after the sprinklers went off. That's the power of the bard, baby. But for future reference, no pyrotechnics, okay, Rosalind? You have to admit they looked spectacular. Do we? Do we really? Okay. Our new mission is from the world of 12th Night. The ship of the Viola in the play is sinking, and they need us to help out. Isn't the ship supposed to sink at the beginning of the play? Yes, but through natural causes, not through eldritch nightmare beasts killing and eating everyone on board. Viola in the play is supposed to be a shipwreck survivor, not nightmare food. It still feels weird that the victory condition is going to have the ship successfully sink, though. We jump into other worlds. Those worlds are based on Shakespeare's plays that are being attacked by nightmare monsters. Then we transform into magical girls and save the day. When you stop and think about it, most of what we do doesn't make a lot of sense. At least they're straightforward about it. Viola? She needs our help. Let's transform. Okay, we're actually going to see if... Nope. I was going to see if there was a way to skip the cutscene that we've seen at this point several times, but it does not appear that there is. And unfortunately, it looks like we have both Beatrice and Miranda again. And I'm guessing we have the alter ego of Viola. Okay. Ghost fish. When fish die, sometimes they become ghosts. Seems fair. I think we just do... Let's do a shock here. That was terrible. Guess let's just go Cyclone, hit the AoE, just so we can keep the damage flowing. I'm really looking forward to an option where we can do a little bit more customization with this. Either by her learning more abilities, so I'm not stuck with all non-attack abilities, or just the ability to customize more. I mean, I guess which characters, even just which characters in the party. That's my biggest thing right now, is we keep getting stuck with required. Viola in this world looks and fights like our Viola. This is so weird. My poor brother, perchance he is not drowned. What think ye? I think my brother might be in trouble. We need to rescue him. Probably already mounts your job, but we might as well look for him anyway. Leave it to us. We'll find him in no time at all. Don't forget to check and change your party members' traits frequently. Newer traits tend to give larger stat bonuses. Pick the best combination of traits to be victorious. Yeah, I've been doing that. So we should be good. Flashlight deals light damage. That's actually a pretty good thing to find, I think. Okay, we can't go in the water, so we're probably gonna have to fight something to lower the water. Same thing there. Let's go ahead and do one of these fights just to see. Drowned Soul. Endlessly screaming, but only bubbles come out. These things have a bit more HP than that last one. Let's go! These things are weak to wind and fire, which we don't have a lot of, but probably fine. Okay, stun. Nope. Guess let's just hit them as hard as we can and should be good. Yep. And that should get us a level up. Miranda learned Call. Beatrice learned Envy. Enrage. And just a straight all dark attack. That is awesome. That one makes me excited. That means we've got 2 solid AoE attacks now, which is especially good for situating or stuff like this. Katatsumari, surprisingly fast when it goes. I don't know the reference on that, but I feel like there is one. Light. Cyclone. A tray. Down to 11, so I guess let's just do something that actually does damage. Awesome. Was not actually trying to get into that fight, but it is what it is. Okay, this one's required. Go ahead and poison the 2 fish. We're going to Tiara Toss again. Get that AoE going. Cyclone. Envy. Tray. Just punch. Ship is filling with water. These old ships generally have a bilge pump. We could remove water from the hull. We could use it to lower the water level, or raise it. Why would we want to raise the water? Trying to drown us? Sometimes in old RPGs, you have to switch the water level back and forth to get through tough dungeons. I guess that makes sense. Does it make sense? The correct answer to that question is no. Well, here goes nothing. Okay. So I'm guessing... I think there were like 2 treasure chests up here that we should be able to get to now. Fan deals wind damage. We should probably grab some more of these at some point. That felt a lot faster. So I'll take it. Gotcha. Can't actually go up and down there. I think I'm gonna still fight these guys quick. Siren wants to start a synth pop group. These descriptions are so bad and so wonderful. Huh. I suppose it makes sense that the bigger enemies have a lot more hit points. Just felt like a lot more this time. That's where the other one was. Up here. Rock deals earth damage. Okay. So we have a lot of options now with these items. But I feel like Potion, Antidote, Pain Pill are a really good starting point, and Cavier's with that Charm is a really good defensive item as well. Oh, okay. Scurvy Sea Dog needs more citrus. Tentacles. Pure Malignant Energy. Weak to light. Okay, so I think we're just gonna start off with our same pattern here. So I think both of the Scurvy Hounds are in kill range now. Let's see if we can knock the tentacles down. Awesome. Keep looking for, or as if there's actually something she's going to be able to do, and there's still not. 4,000. Holy crap. Miranda gained the trait Contrary, and Viola learned the ability Twin Strike. Disease Cure is reusable. First poisoned enemy. So this will boost our stats a little bit, specifically healing and ailment, which is good. And it means that her, well, disease, which one is that? Random ailment. I mean, you know what? Sure. That feels good. And the other one was Viola? Wind Strike. Repeat last move. Okay. Our first replacement on abilities. First one we've run out of room for on abilities. Her just basic Scepter Smash, even at this point, is very good. Oh, that's right. Cure is not actually Cure. It doesn't repair hit points, it removes stat swings. Okay. Up to 18, learned Ruse as an ability. Stun and vulnerable. What am I not using for her most of the time? I mean, honestly, at this point, I feel like I really don't have a ton of call for balancing act most of the time, but it is really good against bosses to get that 250%. So maybe Cher is just a good heal. Bravery is a heal only on herself. This one is just a boost to the whole party. I guess let's just go with this, because I think I would rather have the stun. This feels like I'm missing something, so I'm going to go back down here. Let's see if we can find any juicy tidbits, maybe another treasure chest or something. Yeah, like that one, right there. Inflicts Enrage. So one of the other thoughts I was having was, technically I have these items available that I could equip and would give another way for them to do damage. I just really wish I had more spots. Let's go ahead and grab just flashlight. Light feels like a generally good element. Okay, so we're at 283 on all the enemies, so we should just be able to start picking them off. Twin Strike, repeat last move.
Shocking, I know.
1750. Debating if I want to go try and fight anymore. I think the fact that it looks like there's still some more left is a good sign for that. Yeah. And get some of these big guys and... Okay, so let's poison that guy. Poison that guy. Tiara toss all of them. Cyclone all of them. Hyper, and then use the Cure on Imogen, which I keep forgetting isn't actually what it is, or what I keep thinking it is. Never mind. have her heal herself. That one's at 1 hit point, so let's just go ahead and finish it off. Whew. Okay. She's out of attacks, so let's grab that flashlight. Finish off that soul. She is also out of attacks. I guess let's just disarm it. Scepter Smash and what? Toil. 19, and we get Resolute and Piercing, Responsive. Okay. Whole bunch of fancy new words. Blocks the next attack. That feels good. Those were traits that we just got. Ruse can be reused. I'm not really super excited about that one. I don't actually know what Inspire does though, so maybe that is good. Rest also cures. Okay. Piercing. Dark damage is pierce damage. I'm assuming pierce damage means that it goes through all resistances. Damage plus if ailment on self. Sure. Cyclone damage plus area reduced. Yeah, I think I like having it as a full AoE. I don't think I missed anything. Nope. Okay. Don't think we're going to be getting another level up before we get through this, so I think we'll just call it good there. I'm also fully aware that I'm going longer than I normally do, and I just decided to keep going. So, eh. Was over here. 3 of those guys, huh? Okay, first thing we're gonna do is get some poison going. So we've got that damage over time. I think we just start off with Tiara Toss while she's got her hyper. Charm did not work, okay. Let's see if stun works. Actually, yeah, let's just go Pierce on all of them. Pierce on all of them. I don't actually have anything great for her to do. That was not as much as I was hoping. Let's do balancing act there. Spike there. That puts us at 1 left. These things seem to be very resistant to status effects, which is particularly annoying since they gave us 2 characters that have lots of status effects that are required for this section. I keep feeling like I'm going to be at the end based on how long the second dungeon was, and then not being there yet. Let's just grab a rock. That was not as much as I was hoping. Imogen's Inspire ability is more powerful, and Miranda learned Stunned. Beatrice learned Toxic Cloud. Viola learned Setup. Okay. So Inspire is the one that I got rid of. Which makes sense that it would be the one that bumped. Stun or Unstoppable. What ones don't I ever use? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be using this one. It's probably better. Toxic Cloud, all poison. Definitely. Extra 150% damage. Okay, yes. Definitely. Okay, so this is actually really powerful potentially because we should theoretically be able to use Setup, Twin Strike, and then a third move, all in one turn. That looks like a Kraken. Sebastian! As I am a true woman and no man, my brother shall not die at your cephaloid hands. As I am a true woman and no man, my brother shall not die at your cephaloid hand. Yeah, that's pretty good pentameter, or pretty good iambic syllables. I am Ingenue Citrine. In the name of the cosmos, I'll punish you. You're barely worth our time. I am Ingenue Amethyst. Life is but sport, and I am the destined victor. I am Ingenue Garnet, and we are the Stratford upon Avon High Drama Society. It's sashimi time. Poison. Poison up. Kraken Cthulhu's pet. Very cool. Everything here is weak to light, so I'm gonna Tiara Toss just to do as much as I can right off the bat. And I guess let's just try beating one of these guys down as much as we can. Extra turn. Twin Strike, repeat the last move. And then we can follow it up with whatever we want, which can be... Actually, I'm gonna use Train. I don't suspect that Stun is going to work here. Actually, let's give herself Cunning so that she can maybe get a status effect off beyond Poison. Random pierce on all enemies, 60% charge. I feel like we can probably go a little higher on that. Oh, that's right. I was going to use Cyclone just to get some AoE. Again, at that point, if we're doing AoE, she just did about 1,000 damage. Let's finish... yeah, let's just finish one of them off. So if we can go one more turn without using share... That's good. Let's actually rest here. Perfect. Let's toss vulnerable on them. Perfect. I wasn't sure if that one would work. Let's see if we can finish this guy off.
There you go.
And then we can do setup, twin strike, toil. Does not look like the disarm hit. Let's just start tossing disease with her, I guess. See what works. Besides not that. Apparently we don't have our whoops. We do not have our resurrection ability right now. Guess let's just smash. Rest. Resting is good here. She's maxed out again. Let's go greatness. Just get that power boost. This is the first this is the first really challenging fight we've had, I would say. We're getting very close on this. Setup. Twin strike. Trouble, which gets an extra bonus because we have an ally down. I think she basically has to rest here. She doesn't have her heal up, so I guess we go balancing act. Just get that light damage. That might be a problem. Well, it's low enough we might be okay. Setup, twin strike. trouble. There we go. Whew. Imogen gained balanced. Miranda gained impeccable. And that's it. Victory is ours! Sebastian is thrown off the ship. Sebastian was my brother, too. So when he suited to his watery tomb... This just doesn't feel like a proper victory. Get us out of here. Thank goodness we're back. I was getting seasick. I'd eat so much sushi, purely out of revenge. Take that, fishes. It was fun to see other dimensional Viola, though. Is she just like me? Nowhere near as fun as you. Not that we really gave her a chance to have fun with the sinking ship and giant monsters. That's so weird. I wish I could have been there. Yeah, twins feel all the time. I have a brother and a sister who are twins. Are they identical? One's a boy and one's a girl. Of course they aren't identical. Well, you never know. Yes, you do! Okay, next play I was thinking much ado about nothing. Finally, it's my turn to shine. Awesome. Well, that was a long one, but that is okay. Probably not going to do another one today. We'll just make this one long video instead of two shorter ones. But regardless, that area was a lot of fun. The puzzles really, it wasn't really puzzles. It was basically just little gated areas. I do wish that you had to raise and lower the water at some point, maybe, especially since they made reference to it. But the combats were actually interesting. I will continue to hold on to. I really look forward to the day when I don't have to have Miranda in my party because she does not contribute. But outside of that, I'd say this is going swimmingly. So, hopefully you're enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.